Good morning! A video series that I've been doing basically every single league so far that was always pretty well received, was running each of the pinnacle encounters PoE2's endgame has to offer a bunch of times to see how profitable they are on average. So to continue that series in the current 0.3 Abyssal League, we started this one off today on my stream where I did the 150 Splinter Breachstone 100 times. Overall, this took almost exactly 6 hours to complete, with some breaks to answer questions, do price checks, or use the bathroom. What I will be showing in terms of results here will only be the actual return of investment that you can expect every time. I will not include some of the very lucky drops here or even breach ring drops that are out of the ordinary. So to see these drops here is going to be as a bonus on top basically. So I am only gonna tally up what you can expect every single time when running these. So starting off, the first thing you can always expect, of course, when running Breachstones is going to be all the breachings. Like I said in the beginning, I will not add this up to the total number in the end because it's just gonna be total RNG what this is going to be. Whether you sell the breach ring to crafters or whether you just get a breach ring on the ground that is already going to be a few divines or even more, that is going to be up to pure RNG here. So I think including that in the overall numbers here, just because I get a few more lucky breach rings here, I think is gonna be disingenuous. What I can tell you is that overall, there are definitely some of them that will net a good profit here, because most of the time when we have, for example, a breach ring like this here with a T1 lightning, of course, if we manage to fracture that or we just sell it like this, this is definitely some worth to a lot of crafters here. I will most likely just keep all of the breach rings myself and reforge all the ones that I haven't really hit on that one. And then I will gather all of these up and probably will start crafting on these breach rings myself. So breach rings are a very, very good profit here overall. I didn't feel like it is supposed to be included in the overall numbers, so because I feel like that would be kind of disingenuous, just because like, oh my god, I got a good breach ring here and now it's 100 divines an hour or whatever. I feel like that is not the way to go here. But you can always expect a massive amount of breach rings here, and you can always be lucky you can get a good amount just by selling the breach ring bases for crafting here. There is a bunch of profit just in the breach rings here. We just got basically a full quad stash tab of them in these 100 runs, so this is going to be a large amount of the profit that you can make in Breachstones. Before we go over everything that is going to be included, of course, is going to be mentioning what we actually paid for all of the Breachstones. So as of right now, for these 15,000 splinters that were needed to do the 100 runs, we paid around 12 div. At the time of recording, a full Breachstone of 150 splinters is around 23 to 24x. So for these 15,000 splinters to run all of these 100 runs, we paid 12 div. So going over what will be included in the profit in the end, we are gonna be starting with the catalysts here. I only have Reaver and Ashes catalysts included in my loot filter because most of the other catalysts are kind of whatever when it comes to the prices right now. So Reaver catalysts, just on the Reaver catalysts, we have gotten 267 in these 100 runs. That comes down to 1,291 exalts or 6.5 divs. So just on the Reaver catalyst, we got back 6.5 divs in these 100 runs. On the Ashes catalyst, we have gotten a round number of 310 Ashes catalyst. Ashes catalyst come down to 1,126 exalted. That comes down to 5.5 div. So 6.5 div from Reaver catalyst and 5.5 div from the Ashes catalyst. So if you remember what we spent on this, we spent 12 div on all the Breachstones for this to run. So just on the Reaver catalyst and just on the Ashes catalyst, we are already even on that. So just with both of these catalysts, we made back 12 divines on these 100 runs. So just with the catalyst, we are now even. So everything else basically now is going to be bonus, and everything else that we have gotten here will be our profit basically when it comes to raw drops. Next thing is going to be the choirs. We have gotten 23 choirs here. Most of these are going to be level 19 and level 18 lightning bolt, and I did not include them in this because mostly these go from 2 to 5x depending on the rolls and depending on what's on there, if it's level 19 or 18. The only thing and the only one we have gotten here that is going to be worth something is a level 20 lightning bolt choir. These go for around 3 div. So in the choirs here, this is kind of whatever, and I'm probably just going to val all of these to get the +1 all spells or whatever. But the only choir that we've gotten here that was actual profit or was actually some currency was this one with the level 20 lightning bolt, which comes down to 3 div. We also got 3 Hand of Wisdom in action. These have lost value as well this league, not really going for anything. The only way to get some value out of this is with a nice corruption. Also something that I will not include in the overall profit here because this comes down again to just RNG. Of course, if we corrupt these all and we socket them and corrupt them and they all roll 1 to 12, that would be a few more div, definitely, but it should not be included in here. Like this, they are not really worth a whole lot. It goes between 5 and 10 exalts depending on the rolls. Next thing that is not really worth a whole lot is going to be the controlled metamorphosis again. We have a bunch with a very small ring. We have a bunch with medium ring, large ring, and medium small ring again. No massive rings. And overall, whether it is small ring, whether it's large ring, or the massive ring, those don't really go for anything else. You can get really, really lucky on these. If you get one with a massive ring or a large ring, I don't know which ones are most widely used in this league so far, and you have the good rolls with the -5 and the -3, then they can be very, very valuable. That is, again, super, super RNG though. Just in my 100 runs here, we have gotten a bunch of controlled metamorphosis ones, and none of those are really good in that regard. So none of these controlled metamorphoses, I price checked them very thoroughly just now, and none of these went over the 10x mark. Next thing is going to be the Grand Project and the Vision of Paradise here. We have gotten in all of these 100 runs, we have gotten 1 Grand Project and 1 Visions of Paradise. The Grand Project is about half a div, and the Visions of Paradise is actually, at the time of recording, 4 div. So that is another good one right here. So other than that, it's going to be mostly about raw currency. Raw currency wise, we have gotten 5 div, 2 perfect exalts, 162 exalts, 2 annuls, 33 chaos, 4 greater chaos, and this comes down when we tally all of this up with the chump change as well. This will come down to overall in raw currency about 10 divine. There is something else here that we've dropped that is not going to be included, and it is Diala's Desire. On the 3rd run, actually, we got Diala's Desire. This is right now, this was the big ticket item that we've gotten here. And I'm not telling you, you will not be able to get it, but I felt like I shouldn't include this one in the overall numbers here. I think it is disingenuous. Yeah, this one, the Diala's Desire right now is 34 divines. I got this on the 3rd run, which is of course super, super good, and it made this extremely profitable just on the 100 runs, but I will not include this. This is just a bonus as well. This alone is 34 div. Overall, what we've gotten back here from everything that I have included is going to be overall 32.5 div without the Diala's Desire. So in these 6 hours, I have spent 12 div on everything to run these 100 Breachstones, and excluding the Diala's Desire, excluding the Breach Rings, and excluding like the very, very lucky drops or whatever, and excluding all the Varling that might be included to get some more profit off of the Hovers or the Choir of the Storms, we have gotten back in these 6 hours 32.5 divs, excluding everything else. Just everything that I've listed here. So in these 6 hours, 32 div we gotten back. I think it's a very, very good and low investment way to make some good currency in PvE2 right now. So we started with the Breachstones here, and they have really not worked out in the best of ways. No, the other way around. It worked pretty good. We got 32 divine spec without all the extra stuff. So we basically almost tripled our investment here in these 6 hours. I don't like to do the whole divines per hour, but if we run them and if we not include this, if we tally it up, it will come down to about 8 div per hour, I think. This is what people always want, right? 8 div an hour. Is it like that? No, it's 5. It's 5. Okay, my math is super bad. 32.5 divines we made in 6 hours. Okay. That's gonna be it for this video. I know this was a mess. When I do this just on the fly, it might become a mess. So yeah, you can expect some nice returns for from Breachstones. That's my video. Next one is going to be King in the Mist. See you on the next one. Love you. Goodbye.